According to the United States Surgeon General, we are living through a loneliness epidemic. 1 in 4 adults say they feel completely isolated, disconnected, alone. But you chose to cut people off. You saw their name on your phone and decided, not today, not anymore. And here's what nobody talks about. You don't feel lonely. You don't feel broken. In fact, you've never felt more at peace. So when did this start? When did you become the person who walks away and doesn't look back? You weren't always like this. There was a time when you were the reliable one. The friend who answered calls at 2 a.m. The family member who kept the peace. The person who absorbed everyone's problems like a sponge. You listened to the same complaints, gave the same advice, and watched people ignore it again and again. Until one day something changed. You didn't answer the phone, and the world didn't collapse. It actually became quieter. That moment wasn't weakness. Your brain was doing exactly what it was designed to do. Psychologists explain this through something called the Polyvagal Theory. Your nervous system has different modes, and one of them is meant for protection. When you've been drained too many times, your brain doesn't wait for permission. It switches from connection mode into a protective shutdown. In simple terms, withdrawal, conservation, protecting your energy. Not because you're broken, but because your nervous system is trying to keep you safe. For many people, this pattern started much earlier. Maybe you grew up reading the room before you could read books. You learned to sense tension in people's voices and moods. Psychologist Murray Bowen called this emotional cutoff. It happens when someone learns that closeness often comes with emotional cost, so you adapt. You become highly aware of people's behavior, their tone, their patterns. And that's why cutting people off rarely feels random to you. You notice the friend who only calls when they need something, the person whose kindness always has conditions, the one who appears intensely, then disappears when it's convenient. Over time, your brain becomes incredibly skilled at recognizing these patterns. But there's an important difference between walls and boundaries. Walls block everyone, good people, bad people, everyone. Boundaries are selective. They are built from self-awareness. If cutting someone off brought you relief, that's information. If it brought you peace, that's protection. People may call you distant, antisocial, or withdrawn, but those words assume something is missing. There's another word for what you might actually be experiencing: solitude. Loneliness is the absence of connection you want. Solitude is the presence of peace you chose. So no, you're not broken, you're not heartless. You simply learn that not everyone deserves access to your energy, and protecting your peace isn't weakness. It's one of the strongest decisions a person can make. Research from Harvard's long-running study on happiness found something powerful. It's not about having many people in your life, it's about having the right ones. So if your circle is small, but it's filled with people who genuinely respect and understand you, you're not doing life wrong, you're doing it exactly right. Protect your peace.